my left leg. Yeah. And that's how light he has to be off that left leg so your seat doesn't get involved, isn't it? Nicely done. And you know, it's so now you're riding. Oh, you decide to show up to that, girl. That's it. That left leg, left leg. Good riding. And that's softening it. And then you reapply it. Good. And that way you can keep your seat correct. Exactly. You felt it start leaning on it. And so in that you canter a while. That's okay if you want to canter a little bit. Good. And then trot. Again, a little push off your left leg. Careful, careful, careful. Off. In there you go behind you in that moment, huh? And then don't soften a little bit in between. And then get past it for a moment with your left leg and then say one more time. You gotta listen to this left leg. The more you keep pushing with one leg, you know, it's a left leg, turn, 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 left leg, turn, 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 and get back to work. Yeah, and then soften a little bit and let it come through again. You know, it has to be so over and done with quickly, doesn't it, Hannah? Yeah. Yes, exactly. And then when you can, soften a little bit and let him relax again. Get your point across. He needs a leader. There's no doubt about it. And don't get me wrong, Hannah. I don't mind you softening your outside aids. You have to show them where they need to go. But then, in the next try, you have to say, but now I'm going to channel you. You see what I'm after? I don't mind that this right leg comes forward and off for a second. Yeah, left leg. And it's okay, relax your right leg. Show him he can go out there. And now think I'm going to ride you round and even. Yep, I'm really thinking of channeling you with my legs, with my elbows. And now he's two behind you. A little bit bigger in the stride. Good riding. Stay away from the wall so you always have room to work. Now, okay, so your right leg came off. That's okay. You get your point across. And now go round and even. Both legs, both elbows. I ride you round and through. Now I soften my forearms and I keep you coming through with my seat. Now, if he gets behind your seat, absolutely support that with your leg, huh? So again, you push him over, and now don't be afraid to, again, breathing aids. You don't want a feeling that you're going to startle him with your outside leg when you do put it on, right? So it's going to be a feeling, yes, I'm always going to give you a place to go, but guess what? We need to eventually show them they have a place to go. We have our active aid, passive aid, but everything stays near. Yes. And now soften a little bit. And when you soften, a girl. There it is. And now again, left bend. Leg yield off your left leg. And now round and even. Getting better. Change direction. Loopy-loop within the circle, but he can't slow down. Good girl. Back to front. And now you probably need to move him off your right leg. Leg yield off your right leg. Oh, he didn't really listen to that, huh? Could you feel how much his haunches were still in? So right now in this leg yield, that's a girl. So in the beginning stages, when we start our leg yield, as you know, we have to focus on keeping their neck really straight. We have to get them responsive to that light leg aid. Once they're responsive to it as a yielding aid, then we can start using it more as a bending aid, huh? Yeah. Yeah. When you're ready, let's step to canter. Circle, same circle. Look where you want to go. If he feels like he's getting a little behind you, don't wait. Make sure you keep him in front of your seat. Keep your left knee, outside knee a little more bent, huh? So he really knows you want him to stay in right knee canter. Good. Even your seat bones. Exhale, drop your elbows down and cross. Oh, wow, that was... Okay, we'll do that a couple times. Wow, he dropped the transmission there, huh, Hannah? Okay, so we're going to do, it looks like we need to do a couple almost trots, huh?
Yeah.
So here you go. Again, make sure you're looking with your eyes on your chest where you want to go. Think about your weight aid for a second here. Yes, your inside seat bone is a little bit more weighted, but I don't want you to throw your outside seat bone from the connection of the saddle. Okay, Hannah?
Okay.
All right, you're doing great. So when you're ready, prepare a clear transition to right lead canter. Forward and front. Yeah, good girl. Super. I feel like you, if you can, could you lengthen his stride a little bit? He just gets a little out behind you. And it was so obvious in the transition, huh? Okay, now again, we need working canter. And then forward in front of your seat again. Yeah, you might have to give him a little kick, really go a little more. Go a little bit more. Okay, so now I want you to think of, so that doesn't matter, keep your left knee bent. Yeah, very clear, try to stay, again, I feel like he's throwing you here a little to the outside of the saddle, huh? Woo! All right, so now I want you to slow this down, but still, but I wanted you to stay cantering. So he just gets behind your seat, huh, Hannah? Go forward. Slow down. You shouldn't need a lot of leg to do this. And now go forward. Slow down. You shouldn't need a lot of leg. You should be stay in front of your seat. Forward. Slow down. Shouldn't need a lot of leg. This is your seat. Good. That was better. And now forward to trot. Soften your hand a little bit. Soften, yeah, that was better. So much better, huh, Hannah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Take a short break. You know, it's interesting that I had a lesson with my Frisian shortly before coming here.
Yeah.
And, you know, right shoulder back and down. Think about the, he's behind you. Soften your hand a little forward. I want his nose almost a hair in front of, no, I want his nose in front of the vertical. I want him like a second level horse. Put his nose up. That's a girl. And that is only as good as your leg and feet, huh? Good girl. He's got to still move off that right leg. Good job. Super. Slow him down, but he's not allowed to get behind the vertical. The moment you feel him get behind you, you're going to have to be very, very clear, and you're going to have to give him a kick with your leg, and he stays out in front of you. But don't be afraid now again to slow him down a little bit on your seat, yeah? And now go forward again. And he's going to honestly take your hand out there. Good! That was very good. But then he dropped, didn't he? Yeah, that's where you've got to really focus on keeping him on your seat here. Keep your legs breathing. I think he's a little, it doesn't give you a real good spot for your leg, huh, Hannah? That's okay. Go canter forward. And I still want his pole the highest point. I want him to be taking you. Try one lengthening. I want his pole the highest point, Hannah. That means you... Yeah, on the circle for a moment. We have to make sure, again, he's not going to move around a little bit. Okay. Now bring him back. Pole the highest point. And you really want that feeling, yeah? And challenge it. Can I bring him slower? Yeah, keep your leg, your leg gets a little wishy-washy there. I want to bring him slower. Doesn't matter. On the circle here. Good. And then I send him a little bit forward. He stays in front of me. That's okay. Yeah. That's the point where you start training, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, now again, can you slow him down, but you want that feeling he still stays in front of you. And be clear with your seat that says canter. Again, knowing you can be a little passive with your forearm, but your seat is clear. Good, and then send him a little forward. Yeah, good, and then up and out. And still, yeah, hold your hand. Find your seat again. I know it's hard in that moment, but it moves you around. Connect. And then again, can I move him off my right leg while my seat stays clear? Again, a little in front of the vertical with his nose. In front of the vertical. And that is only as good as your seat, isn't it? You got to find your core muscles. And there, good girl. Core muscles. Your seat says canter. Good. And now to trot. Forward in front of you. Up, hold the highest point. Yes, ma'am. You hold your hand, he's running. Slow him down. And then go forward off your leg. And go forward. Yes, that was well done. And now bring him back again. And when you bring him back, he's not allowed to tuck his nose into his chest, is it? No, he's not. And you're going to hold your hands. And that is only as effective. In that moment, you might have to do a little up and forward with your hand, but it's only as effective as your guiding leg and seat. There you go. There, Nelson. Yeah, that time. Oh, good boy, tell him. Do you feel how he stayed in front of you that time when you slowed him down? Yeah, slow him down, but he stays in front of you. Now we're getting somewhere. Slow him down, but he stays. Yeah. Yes. Tell him good boy. That's coming. And to hold the highest point. Nose a little in front of the vertical. Once in a while, yes, we have to shorten his neck sometimes to get his hind leg. But as soon as you have the hind leg, you got to keep saying now like you have two poles. Now get back out there. Get back out there. You're on. Yes, I like it. There. Change direction with this feeling. See? No hollowing in your back. No collapsing here. Remember what I said about your right and left side here, huh, Hannah? Yep. You're doing great. Now he's getting a little tight. How can I soften my hand? How can I become a little bit passive, but hold him on my seat? Nope. He's curling. Send him forward. A little up and out. In that moment, you really got to hold your own hands. And it's more about what the hind legs are doing in that moment than what the nose is doing. He has to, again, be a big horse in front of you. Good. And now a little bit bigger. And give him a little bit of a place to go. On your seat, doesn't matter. Now again, core, don't. And this is really a great horse to practice your seat. Because you can't pull back when you bring him back, can you? No. In front of you. In front of you. There. He wants, as soon as you bring him back, he's going to quit on you. I want that feeling, those legs, hind legs are like piaffing and behind, even as you bring him back a little bit. They keep coming. Yes, you can use your hand backward. Keep focusing. My knuckles go back up on the board. My knuckles go back up on the board. Yes, getting there, Hannah. Lower it. If you can, bring your right knee, bend your right knee a little bit. Keep your right leg a little bit more underneath you. A little bit more underneath you. Good girl. Soften again your forearms. Soften your forearms. But when you soften your forearms, you've got to keep focusing on your seat. Hold him. Just keep riding. That's it. Good. I almost called you fat for some reason. Keep riding through. Don't lean left. Careful. Stay in the middle of him. You see how he tried to shoot you off the outside there? Keep focusing on a little butt control. Bring your right seat bone more toward the middle of the saddle. Elbows are by your side. Think about your triceps a little bit more. Think about your elbows being close to your hip bone. Your back of your armpits falling into your back pockets. Yeah, a little again, forward a little bit. Forward, nose in front of the vertical. Hold him on your seat. Hold him on your core. Bring him back under your seat, and he's not allowed to duck back. Soften your hand a little bit. Say, you go out there in front of me. Good. Now a little forward again. Keep him in front of you. Keep him in front of you. Keep him in front. More forward. Bigger. Bigger. Really go bigger. There you go. There you go. There you go. And now bring him back a little bit, but he stays in front of you. Don't you dare let that nose tuck in. Keep him out there. Knuckles are on the board. Good. Forward again. Now you're getting it, Hannah. See if you can get him happy in that bigger stride for a moment. Let him really take you. Find a balance there. Keep thinking my knuckles are up on the board. He's honest in the contact. He's in front of my seat. Definitely in front of my legs. He's going out in front of me. I'm not going to fall over to the outside of my saddle. I'm going to stay active in front. Yeah, that's right. He really starts to take you. He starts to take you. He takes you forward in that transition to canter. He takes you forward when you're ready. Don't let him back off. Don't let him get suckering you to play with your hands. Do this, do that. Think I'm going to ride you very honestly. Oh yeah, yay! Jess is doing her way to go, Jess. Woohoo! I'm so glad you took that bulletin board so seriously, Jess. You've always been a good student. She scored brownie points. What do you think, Hannah? Is he in front of your seat? No. No, I agree with you. I don't think he's in front of your seat. So the way you get in front, you send him, and now you're going to think if you're going to bring him back, but maybe only one try, because you're probably going to try to break him. When you break, nothing with the hand. Now go again. Ooh, good kid, go. And now, no leg. You shouldn't need your leg. You should be on your seat. Yeah, it's okay. Find your seat. I know he's throwing you to the outside. And go again. Oh, but go again. Really go. So you're going to have to make sure when you say, I'm going to slow it down a couple strides. There. I'm liking this now. It's getting better, isn't it, Hannah? Yes. Well written. Oh, I think he's a hair. But you've got to challenge it. I like you going slow. It's okay to make a mistake, because then you get to train, huh? Oh, we're getting there. How's that starting to feel, Hannah? Yeah, right there. But look how quickly you picked up. I'm liking it. Now go forward. Oh, he just started to creep a little behind you, huh? Yes. It's okay. Reorganize. Go forward again. And it's going to start being off a really light aid. And really how I'm feeling, he takes your hand a little forward, huh? That's it. We don't want him putting his nose into your chest. His chest, I should say. There. Okay. Like it. Like it. Yes. Okay, that looks a little more honest there. How's that feel? I'm liking it. Good. Transition to trot in front of you. Don't you dare let him put his nose back to his chest. Oh, baby, shoot! Good job, Hannah. No leaning, no leaning, no leaning, even right and left. Be ready when you ask for him to trot, that he's going to stay in front of your seat. Front, 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 nose in front of the vertical. Good, do it one more time. He stays in front of you, Miss Hannah. And it's such a good, careful there, you start to hollow your back a hair, what I was talking about. Did you feel it? And I think you're doing it a little bit to honestly because he keeps creeping behind you and you keep trying to stay with him. So make sure you know the golden rule is we don't conform to them. It compromises all our position. He's going to get off of you. The difference with riding a little bit, the blend breeds, of course, is that they use that evasion to drop their nose on their chest and their croup is up high. So with them, after their semblance of relax, you really have to think I pull the highest point, I ride your croup down, but I never pump and grind with my seat. He then has to carry your seat. Atta girl, he has to carry your seat. Yeah, good. And now if you can slow him down a little bit, and I'm not telling you this is not supported with the seat, because it sure as hell is. And you may have, and now go again. Now, okay. So I felt you were able to slow him down a little bit and he stayed in front of you there, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Now, when you're ready again, you're going to make sure he stays in front of your seat in the transition to trot. I'm going to challenge you to keep his pole the highest point. And that means that you cannot in any way pull back with your hand. You have to so focus on riding him out to, yes, that was a super correction. You felt exactly what I was talking about there, huh? He wants, yeah, you feel it. He wants to just drop. Now take a little bit of balance, but he stays in front of your seat when you balance, stays in front of your seat when you balance, stays in front of your seat when you balance, front of your seat. Yes, out to the contact. Okay, it's getting better and better, isn't it? And do it again. There, you go sometimes a little, there it was. You just did it. And I was going to say, I thought sometimes you were waiting a little long in between your corrections, huh? Hold the highest point. You hold your hand. That's right. I love the way that you're now holding your hand, but unfortunately sometimes When he puts his nose back down, you're going to have to put your hands down for a second, ride his nose back up, and then your hands come up to follow. You see what I mean by that? Yeah, see his nose is down, so his nose is down. You have to lower your hands so you have that line, elbow, pinky to the mouth. Ride it back up, and then bring your hands back up. Yeah, and still he's trying to kick off this outside lower leg. And maybe again, you're giving him place to move, but it shouldn't always be off. Get your point across, get off my left leg, get off my left rein. I need to connect you to my right. Good, like that. And he stays out there. And don't let him just keep, yeah, it's fine to take it off for a minute, but he can't make you ride without it. Yes, left leg, move him over. Now connect him to your right outside aids for a second. Good, now I soften my left rein for a minute. Now I use my left aids again, move off of it. Now my right aids are here, I soften my left rein for a moment. Challenge yourself to do it. That's a girl. You see what I mean? Again, kick him off your left leg. Connect to the right. I challenge myself for one stride. I can soften this left rein and hold you here, left leg to right outside aids. Even if it's just one stride. Yes, ma'am. Super. Now your right knee starts to bend. Huh? You feel now you're getting a connection with your right outside leg? Yes. Good. Let's change direction. Let's do a forward transition to walk. And it may be a walk for 2 steps and then back to trot. Don't you dare let him get behind the vertical. Don't pick him up with your hands first. First, ride him with your hands low. As he lifts, you supple, you then guide him up. What happens is, you're bringing your hands up sometimes before you've ridden him up, and he just curls more. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah. So when he's down and all you do is lift your hands, all he does at that moment is curl more. I'm not saying you don't go a little up and forward, but it only is as good as your leg and feet has brought his hind leg under. You see what I mean? Yeah. Up there. Good job. And now trot again. And he should go immediately there. There. And now again, could I hold him on my feet? Nose in front of the vertical. And now walk a couple steps with him in front of you. Don't pull back. This is getting there. Trot. Stay out to contact. Yeah. And there, in the moment he throws his head up, it just shows he got a little slow with his hind leg, huh? Good job. And walk in front of you. Good. There you go. Oh. And then trot immediately because you felt him drop behind you again, huh? Yeah. Maybe it's only going to be one step. I don't know. And trot. Fine. And walk. Oh, good right. Up there. Yeah, you can't get your hand backward at all, that's for sure. Up there. Trot up there. Got to be honest in that contact. He still gets a little dishonest there, huh? And trot. Getting there. Walk. And sometimes you can just almost walk like that. Almost walk. Good work. Good work. Good. Good. Hold it on your core. On your core. Good. We're getting there. Tickle off that right leg.
Watch your time.
Good girl. Okay, thank you. Good girl. Good. How steady can you get right here now?
Huh?
How steady can you ride his cart right now? Honest to both reins. Have the feeling of feeling the right side of his mouth, the left side of his mouth. Nose is in the middle of his chest. Take him around the arena. Same contact. Right leg, don't get involved in it. Don't get involved in it. Look where you want to go. You don't have to take him right to the wall. It's okay. Good. Look exactly where you want to go. You control his speed and direction. He stays underneath your feet. Your seat is connected. Your legs are independent of your seat. They're breathing against your sides. Your shoulders are low. Your elbows are low. Your hands are level. The reins are feeling the sides of his neck, guiding him exactly where you want him to step. And you're breathing in a nice rhythm. Yes. Your lower leg, you really think about your heel being underneath your hip. I want you to be channeling him totally between your knees and your elbows. Keep that left rein close to his neck. Keep that left rein. Bring your right shoulder back a little bit here. Good. Now you're more level. Right shoulder back a little bit. Good. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Don't let him change the tempo here on you. Don't let him change. Don't let him change. Really discipline in your ride. Super. So boy, he wants to keep switching on you, huh, Hannah? You really have to focus on the feet, really staying connected, and that you can soften those forearms, but that seat keeps coming. Again, do another half halt. I ride him a little more through. I soften my forearms, but my seat keeps coming. I soften my forearms, but my core is engaged. I ride him through. I soften my forearms, but my core is connected. My core from my pelvic floor all the way through the rectus abdominis, all the way up into your latissimus dorsi. Good girl. Good. Change direction. Keep coming. Your seat is plugged in. Play with your lumbar a little bit now and then, Hannah, and just see if I just sit a little bit more on the back of my seat bones for a moment, could I relax and influence him a little bit more in a forward way? If I put my pelvis a little more neutral for a moment, how is that good ride right there? And there, could I use my left leg and your seat stays working? Bring it right back around. Yep. Left leg. Don't kick on left and right. In that moment again, I can use my left leg, but I'm showing him exactly where I want him to go. Again, pull the highest point. Hit your quarter line, Hannah. Quarter line. Doesn't matter. There you go. Quarter line. Look exactly. Yeah, exactly. In a little shoulder forward position. There you go. Keep trotting. Keep trotting. He's not allowed to just slow down. Keep trotting. Keep trotting. Well done. And get him off that left leg, huh? Yes, ma'am. Super. Quarter line. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now I wanted you to really get him listening. Now leg heeled over to the rail and land and shoulder in. Land and shoulder in. So I really know you have him listening to your left leg. And he starts to connect to your right outside rein, huh? Quarter line again. He's a little behind you again. That girl. There you go. Well done. Now relax that left leg for a moment. Good job. That was a good boy. Super. One more chance to try, only because I thought that was a little hip idea. And then back to walk in front of your feet.
We're gonna what?
And then when you're ready, back to walk in front of your seat. In front of your seat. Walk in front of your seat. That was a smart ride. And you might have to say before you go to walk, you may have to do it in a little bit of a leg heel, huh? Good. Did that feel in front of you?
Yes.
I looked in front of you. It felt from there, you could have stepped into trot, no problem.